Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending tonight's session. I encourage you to clear all distractions and focus on your time to collaborate with fellow crafters. I am Tina Dawson, the owner of True Blue Designs and founder of the Creative Exchange and Craft Connect. And I welcome you to tonight's session. True Blue Designs is a custom apparel and accessories business, and we've been in business for 17 and a half years. I live in Conyers, Georgia, which is on the east side of Atlanta, and I created the Creative Exchange as a way to connect often with crafters. Yearly, we will meet up in September and have Craft Connect Expo in Covington, Georgia. Whether you're just getting started or already building something powerful, you belong in this room. Drop your name, what you create, and one word that describes how you're showing up today, how you show up today. So you can put it in the chat or you can unmute and just shout it out.
I'll go first since I won't be able to stay for the whole meeting. I have a 8 o'clock meeting to get ready for. But my name is Sherry Smith. I do tumblers, coasters, slates, t-shirts. Mostly I do a lot of sublimation. So a little bit of everything. I want to learn how to sew. That's my goal. I don't want to learn how to sew a dress. I just want to sew some t-shirts together. So very basic. What else? I think that's pretty much it.
But thank you for joining us, Sherry. You know, I've been talking about this for a while. Me and you
Yes.
had conversations years ago about this. So I'm thankful that you joined us this evening. Last week was 2 weeks ago was the kickoff meeting. And when I saw that you had registered, I got so excited because I said, she's going to remember that we had this conversation a while ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Congrats.
All righty. And then we have Sherelle put something in the chat. Let's see what she put. Sherelle Collins, embroidery designs, and she's feeling good. Thank you, Sherelle. How are you feeling, Sherry? I forgot to ask you that.
Tired. I'm exhausted, but that's just an everyday thing.
Right. That's life, isn't it? Anybody else wants to go? Your name, what you create, and how you feeling today. All right. Simpson says machine knitting, hats, sweaters, blankets, socks. Well, thank you so much for getting on the call. Can you put in the chat how you heard about, I wanted everybody else to know because you had already told me, but how did you hear about the Creative Exchange? You heard about it online. Well, thank you so much for joining. Miss Rebecca, you are last.
Yeah, I was typing, but not fast enough. So, Rebecca Johnson, I sew, do embroidery, whatever I can think of that comes out of my silhouette. Just anything that allows me to be creative and make something that nobody else has.
Okay. And what you all are seeing is her new craft room. Isn't it beautiful? It's new, probably around what, 36 days old?
Yeah, a little messy right now because I'm in the midst of creation, but I create really well in chaos. So.
Your internet is a little sketchy, but if you have a craft room and it's organized and it doesn't look like that, something's wrong. Something's wrong. So it's supposed to be like that. That means you're working. Everything we do here is intentional. This isn't just about creating, it's about becoming a newer version of yourself by gaining knowledge from like-minded people. So our purpose is to build authentic connections. We've already started doing that, even when you all were coming on. Ms. Simpson, me and her were talking, and we already have something in common, and she has something in common with someone else on the line. I'm gonna let that person see if they connect. But share creative journeys. We can all learn from each other. Learn practical strategies. Everyone does something a little bit different. And so we're able to learn from each other. Grow personally and professionally. All of our meetings will be via Zoom, and we are here to connect, share, learn, and grow. Our community guidelines. We want to make sure that we respect everybody's voice. Sometimes as the group continues to grow, sometimes when there's a lot of people, we want to make sure that everybody gets heard. So we want to establish those guidelines in the beginning. Encourage, don't compete. There's enough business and there's enough ideas to go around for everybody. Be present and engage. This is your time. This is your time to engage, disengage from the world and engage into this environment. And I promise you, you're going to leave inspired. And then give value freely. We want to make sure that, we're all in this together. So feel free to give of your knowledge and you will get the same. Tonight's agenda, we had the welcome. We're going to do a recap of the last meeting. Creator Spotlight. Creator Spotlight is the highlight of our creative exchange. And that's when we have show and tell. And we show and tell about either something we're currently working on or our last project that we finished. Knowledge Corner, that's the time where I just do a brief session on knowledge that I want to share with the group. And closing reflections, when people talk about some takeaways from that night's session. So that's what the closing reflection. And then we wrap up and next steps. Last time we were not on for a full 2 hours, but we left very full on that call. All right, so now we're in the creator spotlight. This is the part that I really get excited about. During this session, we're going to take 5 minutes to share who you are, what you create, what you're working on now, what challenge you are facing, if you are, how can this group support you, and then you show and tell one item. Now, since Sherry has to leave early, we're going to have you to go first.
I'm Sherry Smith. I know Tina from being a member of Zeta Phi Beta. And I'm pretty much the hustler. I'm a hustler. I got a little bit of everything going on right now. So right now I'm working on coasters, tumblers, and
you have anything to share? I mean, to show on video?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me.
We get excited when we actually can see.
Let me grab this camera. Hold on. I'm right back.
Okay. And I think, if I'm correct, Sherry got into sublimation probably 3 years ago. I'm thinking it was like 3 years ago. And we're going to have her to give a little bit detail of how she got into it. I think that's interesting too. I guess you say I know everybody. Sherry.
Yes.
How long have you been doing sublimation?
About 5 years now.
Okay, I told the group 3. I was off. Okay. So around 5 years. Can you give a little, just a little history of how you got into the sublimation?
How did I get into it? First, I had gotten the Cricut, and then I was making the shirts, and then I jumped in a bunch of craft groups on Facebook. Then they were talking about sublimation, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to do that." So then I bought a printer, then I converted it, and then so I've been doing that. And then I found out about DTF, so I do a lot of for the shirts, which is better. And so just being in craft groups and seeing different things. But so let me share this. I can't.
And while she's doing that, there was DTG came out first, and that's direct to garment, where you would put the item into the printer and it would print directly on the garment. And then years later, they came out with DTF, which is direct to film, which is like a transfer. So direct to garment prints directly on it. Direct to film, you would print on a transfer film. Is thinner than the transfers that are poly sold. that has the ink base, just like regular printers. When they print with Polysol ink. So the DTF is thinner, but the one key difference in the DTF and the Polysol transfers is the vibrancy of a colored print. That's why you want to go DTF. DTG can't even touch DTF when it comes to the vibrancy.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then I have a set of coasters that I made, which are selling well. So there's different designs on each coaster, but that's sublimation. Yeah, and this is the I'm working on this one. I haven't finished. I have a purse chain that's gonna go, so they can carry it with a purse, like a purse. And then I'm gonna bling out the little diamonds. I'm gonna put actual, diamonds on there, and well, not diamonds, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, rhinestones. Yeah.
To bling it out. So
yeah. So let me ask you this. So with Sherelle said it is beautiful.
Thank you.
So with the sublimation, I remember seeing, back in the day, well, not that too far back. They used to cure the sublimated prints in the oven. And then they came out with an oven, a countertop oven, where you could cure it. How do you cure your items, or do you cure them?
You don't cure it. You don't have to cure it. So you print on sublimation paper, the special sublimation ink and sublimation paper. So once it prints, you just have, as long as it's a sublimatable substrate.
Okay.
You can, heat it up. Like for the tumblers, I have the Tumbler Plus, and I was using that, but I would always get ghosting at the bottom. And then I saw in one of the craft groups, they had this air fryer. And she was like, they come out perfect every time. I bought this air fryer off of Facebook Marketplace for $15, and I tell you, the tumblers come out perfect. I don't have to touch them. Wait a minute,
you bought
an air fryer? Yes. I would waste so many tumblers because the ghosting would happen. I'd be like, dang, now I got to throw it away. But yeah, the air fryer works perfect every single time. I will not go back to a tumbler press.
Wait a minute. So you're talking about, like, I have a foodie.
Uh-huh.
So you're talking about like the air fryer cooked chicken in?
Yes.
Or fish?
Yes.
What temperature do you put it on?
360 for 6 minutes.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
An air fryer?
Yep.
Never heard of it.
And for the other things, the flat things like the coasters, I have a heat press.
Okay, so you use a heat press to do those?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Is there, are you facing any challenges? Is there any challenges that you need help with?
Not needing help with. It's just when you when I started the coasters, like I have some on Etsy now selling album coasters.
Okay.
So I do like an album. And when it's full color, it's like you got to play with them to figure out how to get it so it doesn't do the ghosting and and getting it the right size. So you end up throwing a few away, but just trying to figure out every time I start something new, there's some learning curve trying to get it right because I'm a perfectionist and I'm not going to sell anything that doesn't look right.
I think we all are. How is your experience on Etsy?
I've had one sale because I put the coasters out there maybe about a month ago.
Okay.
Bad is that the one sale I had, she emailed me yesterday and said she never got them, and it was 2 weeks ago that I mailed them. So
how did you mail it?
UPS, they lost it. So I had to remake the whole order this morning and I shipped it out again. So hopefully she gets it this time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Even with tracking, they lost it?
Yeah, it's just sitting there. It says, oh, sorry, it's delayed. But that's been 14 days ago that it's been saying delayed. So.
Oh, wow. And I was going to tell you to try FedEx, but, they're having problems with all of them. So
yeah.
That one because I ship a lot through the postal service. And but it doesn't matter. Losing your item, neither one of them discriminate. Lose your stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and I've been there, Sherry. I've been there where I've had to remake orders, and it's not a good feeling. But
Right.
at the end, if she can finally get it and she's a happy customer, then
Right.
yeah,
I have a
yeah.
question. Did you put any insurance on the package?
The insurance comes. I bought it from Pirate Ship, so it automatically comes with $100.
Okay.
So I put in a claim, and then they're investigating, but hopefully they'll give it back
They,
to me.
they will probably find it before they send you $100. It's like once you put in a claim, suddenly things appear. That's happened to me.
Yeah, the guy at the post office said that too. He was
Mhm.
like, I might push it through, and I still want my money because I had to remake it. I'm gonna
Right,
fight
Right,
right.
because
right.
she was
Yeah,
getting
at
it
this
as a
point, you don't
birthday
want the
gift.
item, you want your money.
Right. She was getting it as a birthday gift and needed it by the 29th. So I
Oh,
said,
wow.
yeah. So I said, let me go ahead and remake it because trying to fight with the UPS for trying to find something would take weeks.
That is crazy. Well, we're here to support you. I want to give you a idea too, because you
Mm-hmm.
were talking about the coasters.
Mm-hmm.
I've met different people with all of the awareness days,
Mm-hmm.
cancer awareness, mental health
Ooh.
awareness.
Right.
So there's a lot of money in that.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about going down that road too, because I've had
Okay.
several people who work in mental health facilities. Breast cancer awareness is huge.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and going down because I'm a big believer that that one cell may lead you to other stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So think about that. Those
Thank
awareness
you.
days are huge.
I didn't even think about that. That's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all year round. And I
Right.
don't if you have I have your email address. I'll send it to everybody. I don't know how I got it, but I have this card and
Mm-hmm.
it has all of the colors and which awareness day it represents.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So then that way you can get a schedule of, breast cancer awareness is this month or March for Babies is this month.
Right.
You can schedule. You got Mother's Day, Father's Day, you have that, but
Right.
the awareness days come in between. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if I can get into the National Cookie Day,
Yeah.
National Left Hand Two Eye Day. I mean, they got days for everything, and I think
Mhm.
that's a lot to keep up with.
Right.
National Ice Cream Day, but you just never know. You may
Right.
get an ice cream store that asks you for, 25 shirts for their employees.
Mm-hmm.
So you just never know. But I do know those awareness days are big. And I'm
Okay.
getting ready to start going down that road too. But if you can partner, if there's anybody in your chapter or in your friend group that deals with mental health,
Mm-hmm.
they're maybe therapists or counselors or stuff like that.
Okay.
That's a good lane to go down.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You are welcome, but I'll make sure I share that with everybody. But thank you for getting you see. We hope to see you again.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna have to jump off now, and I wish I could stay, but I will definitely be on the next one, and I'll make sure I'll be able to stay for the whole time the next one.
Okay, but we have you on the recording. So when you go back to
Uh-huh.
replay it, I
Uh-huh.
usually edit it within 2 days. So
Okay.
when you go back, you're gonna be on the video.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Good night. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Hey, you another newbie. How are you doing tonight?
Would say me. Oh, okay. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. Okay. I
All
have a
right.
hat that I made. Can you see that?
You have to take off your background.
Okay.
Tell
Let's
them
see.
where you're currently joining us from.
I am joining you from Hillside, Illinois.
Woo! We made it out of Georgia. This is
Okay.
exciting.
So this is a sheep hat, and the little children love it. So
Mm.
what I'm going to be doing is making the hat and a sweater to match the
Oh,
hat.
That is so
And I
cute.
think
That is
I think
nice.
they'll love that. And I do a lot of sewing as well. And these are some pajama bottoms that I made for my children for Christmas. This
Somebody
year
else,
they're not getting anything because they didn't say thank you.
somebody else on the online does pajamas.
I just did the what I did was I made them pajama bottoms and I
Hmm.
bought the shirts and I
Okay.
embroidered Papa Elf, Mama Elf, Brother Elf, and Sister Elf.
Oh,
And they wouldn't send me a picture, so they're on the naughty list.
they could have at least sent you a picture. I
They
mean,
could have done that. They could have.
can you tell everyone the machines that you have?
Okay. I have a Baby Lock 10 needle embroidery machine.
Hmm.
I have a Baby Lock Journey sewing machine, which also is like my first embroidery machine.
Hmm.
I also have a serger, and I have probably maybe 15 to 20 knitting machines. I teach
Wow.
I teach I teach the knitting machine on the fourth Saturday of the month at the community center. It's a free club.
Hmm.
There's no dues. All you have to do is show up. If you don't have a machine, I have a machine for you.
Oh,
And I've been
wow.
doing that for 14 years. And it
Knitting
comes and
machine.
goes. It
Yeah.
comes and
Yeah.
goes. Maybe next time I'll take you in my workshop. Can't do it today.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a little
okay.
it's messy in there, but it's a working room. And you have to be invited into my workshop, but you just can't walk in there.
Okay. So you have to be invited. Can
Yeah.
you tell us what does a knitting machine do?
Oh, it does this. It does this.
Is it a big machine or a small one?
Well, this one has 150 needles,
Oh, wow.
and that's a small machine. It's 150
150
needles.
needles.
Yes. I have passives. I have Singer. I have Brother. I have all the brands.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, I'm so glad you got on the call because I don't
I
think we
am
have
too.
anybody that has knitting machines.
Oh, you got to try it. You got to try it at least once or twice.
At least one.
At least once or twice, because I started out. A lady was teaching knitting, hand knitting on our lunch hour, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
because she was sitting there and she was just knitting, 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 and she was making sweaters, beautiful sweaters, and she was reading a book at the same time. I was like, how do you do that? So we went to one of the yarn stores, and there are no more yarn stores.
Yeah,
Can't
they
find
closed
them.
down Joann's here.
Yeah, they did. I was very ill for a month, but I did find some places online that I could get yarn from. But
Mm-hmm.
we crafters, we are touchy-feely. We
Yes.
have to touch it, we have to feel it,
Yeah.
and sometimes we'll even sniff it and smell it. We just have to, that's the way we are. That's the way you are.
Yeah, you just have to
Uh,
touch it, feel it, to get it in your mind, whether you want to buy it or not, or you want to use it or not. Yep.
mhm. You
Yeah.
have to. You have to. Same thing with fabric. I just can't get it in my head to order fabric.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't work with me because I need to feel it.
Right. I got you. Got you. Are there any challenges you are having?
Well, my challenge right now is I need a little bit more training on that 10 needle.
Okay.
So, but I'm gonna take care of that. And the only day that they have somebody in the shop to actually sit down with you is on Thursday. And
Okay.
so they're backed up.
All
So
right.
I'm waiting for somebody to drop out. Then,
So you can get
then
in.
then I'll be able to get in.
I know Sherelle, she's going to introduce herself. I know her and Rebecca. I can't remember what brand Rebecca has, but I know that Sherelle has a buy. But I was telling them they all basically do the same thing. They may
They
do it a
do.
little different and it may be located in a different area, but they all
Hmm.
basically do the same thing. So if there's
They
any
do.
time that we can help you with something, let us know.
Sure will. Sure will. And thank you for this opportunity to join this group. I'm just excited.
Yes, we are going to grow as grassroots and we are going to grow. So welcome. We hope to see you. We meet every 2 weeks because that gives people enough time to work on something else that they want to show and tell. So yeah, so it's every
Okay.
2 weeks. So we just look forward to having you back.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Sherelle, you're next.
Hi, Tina. Hi, Valoria and Rebecca. Sherelle Collins. I am Tina's sister-in-law. I embroider, I sew. I am now trying to learn cricketing, and that's pretty much it. I'm trying to do everything at once and learn as much as I can. I just
Mhm.
purchased my first 15 needle machine. Tina has been a great resource on that because it is a whole different world than a single needle machine, but I am loving it so far.
That's good. Okay, what are you working on now? Let's
I
see.
I am trying to do something different. I like to do applique and I like to make blankets. Oftentimes I will take a like a minky and combine a minky with something else for a like a two-sided blanket. I might put a design, a child's design on it or an adult's design, a biblical design, depending on what it is. I am now working on a minky that I've cut apart into individual, I believe 12 by 12 or 14 by 14 squares, and I put in the fruits of the spirit on there. Now I'm trying to determine how to put it back together. Do I just sew them back together or do I have to put something in between because Minky is so slippery? So that's what I could use some help with. Here is one of the fruits of the spirit.
Oh,
Can you see it okay? So this one is kindness and it's a strawberry. I also have self-control and it's a
look at that.
watermelon. So I have all the fruits of the spirit. And again, it's just a matter of how do I put them together? Because again, Minky is a very slippery, movable fabric.
Rebecca, you have any suggestions? Because you know I'm coming to you. You see your face.
Yeah, gee, thanks. The main thing is, I don't know if you use pins. If you do, toss them and get clips and
Oh,
put it together with those clips, and then just remove each clip as you get to it, and that will make life so much easier. But you're still going to have to decide whether or not you want a backing on it, whether you want like another fleece backing or some other fabric, you know.
I
But
am gonna put a back in on it, Rebecca. I will once I have it, I'll put a solid back in on it. But is it better to just simply sew them together, clip them and sew them together, or is it better to put something in between, almost the way they do quilting, where there's a fabric in between each
Mhm.
block?
it, it
Can
to
I say something? Can I add to that?
yes.
I've done several quilts, and what I would think you would need to do is to put some fabric between it, maybe about 2 inches or 2.5 inches, and just cut those strips, and each one will be framed, and then you can sew together, and that'll
Okay,
actually make it be even larger.
okay. Thank you for that. Can I ask one
Okay.
more question? So when I put it together, what's the best fabric to use in between as the frame?
You know what? I've not worked with that before, but I've done some other fabrics with. I used African print and made a quilt out of that. And I think I have a picture of it that I could show you. And what I did is I had strips going across and going up and down, and that kind of got a little kind of cattywampus. So I made them be straight. I just took my straight edge and went straight down, and I straightened them out. Then I went back and put just like each one was separate,
Mm-hmm.
and those are sewn together. I just went straight across with them, and then I did the next row and the next row. So there were like 3 rows, but by adding that 2 inches of a border, it's called a border, that made the quilt be bigger and it's beautiful.
Okay. Thank you.
So,
Rebecca, you got anything to add?
Yeah. So I've done a lot of t-shirt quilts where you have the same problem because the fabric's really stretchy. So in those cases, I have put a border in between. But recently I did it without the borders and I just calculated the width into the cutout of the t-shirt. So if the original picture I wanted was 10 inches all the way around, I actually cut it at 12 inches so that I had some seam allowance to be able to put them back together without making the pictures off-centered. So that's something to think about.
Thank you.
I can't add anything because I've never done it.
your seam allowance should be like a fourth. A
So
fourth.
sometimes with really stretchy fabrics, I've gone a little bit more than a fourth.
Mm-hmm.
It just also depends on what I want the final size to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because some t-shirts the picture takes up the whole block and others it doesn't. So it's kind of like you just have to do the math and make sure that when you lay them out side by side they match. I've got a picture somewhere that I can show you all of both of them actually.
Okay. Well, you all have my email address. You all can send it to me and I'll share it with the group. If you can find it, we can put it in the chat. But if not, you all can send it to me. Send me a picture so she can get a visual of what you all are talking about, and then I can send it to the group. All right. Thank you, Sherelle.
Thank you.
Rebecca, it's your turn.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to use a different camera here because I think my first camera was causing a lot of my issues. So recently I started looking at gift items, things that I want to do that are quick, fast, that I can batch sew and get 10 or 15, 20 of them out a lot quicker than just doing individual things. So one of the items that I came up with, and this will eventually be a gift set, it's very simple. When you open it up, it has different little colored pockets in it. This is an example of one. And on the outside, I'm going to actually embroider this from now on, but on the outside it says, I've got all the tea. And then when you open it up, inside those pockets,
Your tea
you
bag.
can put
Oh, that's
different
cute.
tea bags, your sweeteners, whatever it is that you want to take with you. So I've got like 6 or 7 different phrases that I want to put on the outside of them. And because, I have this boatload of what was going to be mask fabric and cotton, I'm going to use all of that until it's gone.
Okay.
This set will have the tea wallet. It will also have a little, I call it a mug hug. It's like a little, it's not quilted necessarily, but it's a little wrap that goes around your tea mug so that it's hot, you can still pick it up and use it. And then I will probably also do a placemat that goes with it. All 3 of them will be out of the same fabrics, and it'll just go as a gift set.
That is cute. Terrell put in the chat, great.
Thank you.
That is nice. Tell Valoria a little bit more about what you do, because you do some quilting too.
I do anything that's a challenge. So when I started out, I was doing mostly dance costumes for my girls. My girls were both dancers in every genre: ballet, modern, hip hop, jazz, point, you name it, they did it. And so I started out making costumes for them and for their dance schools to save money. And then I got a chance to do some stuff for a professional company out of Philly. Went and got training on how to really make classical platter tutus, which is a dying art. Learned how to do that. And then, I was really picking up steam. COVID hit, all the dance schools closed, all the shows canceled. So suddenly I'm like, I've got this boatload of fabric and nothing to do with it. Find something to do with it. So I started sewing, I started making t-shirts, I started making COVID masks for everyday wear, and also covers for I forgot the name of it now. The mask that was specific for medical care.
Oh, 95,
Yeah.
N95.
Yeah. I started making covers for those. So those didn't have any kind of filtering in it, but they could wear it over the mask they always wore so that they could get longer wear out of those masks and not have to just throw them away every week or whatever, every day. And they would order them 15, 20 at a time so they could rotate them. They were made out of cotton, so they were washable and breathable. And so that was something I had to learn how to do on the fly to keep that going. Now, the other thing is in the embroidery world, I've been doing a lot of graduation stoles. And I usually get anywhere from 5 to 10 per graduation, which is really all I can handle because they're all different. They're all custom. The conversation starts out with, what do you want it to say? Some people want 3 or 4 placements on it and you're good to go. Others want their entire life story on it down both sides and around the back of the collar as well. So I've decided recently that a lot of those items that I've made to go on to stoles
Patches.
lend themselves well to becoming patches.
Wow.
So I've already got the image there. Might as well turn it into a patch. That's, in a nutshell, what kind of stuff that I've been working on.
Oh, that's a neat one. What's that, University of Alabama?
Alabama A&M.
Oh, okay.
And I actually made these. My daughter had ordered her own special sweater for homecoming. So I put this on her homecoming sweater. And the phone went crazy. And she was like, no, Mommy, I don't want everybody to have it because, I want to be special and different. So, but I'm going to sell these patches first chance I get.
What's on the back of the patch? Is it heat sealable or you have to tack it on?
It will be heat sealable. Like some of them, I think I've already put it. It will be heat sealable.
Okay.
I still always suggest that people sew them down, tack them down, at least a little bit around in each corner, something, because if it's going to be worn, you get about most of the adhesives. You get maybe 15 to 20. Some of them, they say you can get 50 washes before it starts to peel up. I haven't done any yet that actually got 50 washes.
Okay.
So the more you have to launder them, and tell people, I put it in the package. If you're going to launder this, turn it inside out. That helps a little bit with keeping them in place. But really and truly, they really need to be stitched down to make sure they don't go anywhere.
I don't know what, I had a company that was making my patches, and I don't know what they put on the back of that or if it was a certain type of backing, but I didn't have any problems. When that thing was on that apparel, it did not come off.
Well, please
it wasn't coming off. It was not coming off.
Please find who that was and share that with me, please.
Yeah, I need to find out what type of backing that they were using. Yeah, they could wash, they could dry clean. It didn't matter. Didn't have any problems. But like you said, I just need to find out what type of backing, because you have different types of adhesive backing. I need to find out which one.
And I know a lot of people have been ordering patches lately. There's the big patch party going on right now. But most of those patches do not hold up. You know, they wash them one time, they go pull their jacket out of the dryer, and all their patches are still in the dryer because the heat
Yeah,
made them, you know, come loose. The other thing I tell them is if you're going to try that, please also press from the inside, not just the outside of the item. That helps a little bit with
right,
adherence.
right. Yeah. Yeah, we have to find out what type of because all of us on that are currently on, we all have our machines. Our machines, what we can do patches on those
Yeah.
machines. So, especially if you're doing applique, you can do a patch, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is it Valora? Is how you say it, your name?
You you're
Valoria.
on mute. Oh,
Gloria.
Valoria.
Valoria.
She made
Yeah.
me
Yes.
homesick because my very first embroidery machine was a baby lock, one needle flatbed machine.
Hmm.
I used it and used it and used it until I'd say, So I went to a 6 needle, and now I have a 6 needle baby lock and a 10 needle brother, which I'm finding out are actually manufactured by the same companies.
See?
Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and my baby lock, at that point, I took the embroidery extension off and just started using it for day-to-day sewing, which
Mm.
was my baby, and she died recently.
Oh
So
no.
I have replaced her with a Juki that I hate. And I'm gonna find something to replace her with. But
Where do you live? Where do you live?
Stone Mountain, Georgia, Atlanta, basically.
Okay.
And there are places out here, but I don't want to pay retail. Tina has taught me that there are people out there with these machines sitting in closets and in
Mm.
boxes. They're not using them, so I'm
Yeah.
looking for that. I'm not trying to buy another retail priced machine at this point.
No, I'm not either.
And
But
how many sewing machines do you have, Rebecca?
Um, uh, I'm trying to think what I got in the closet in those cases. I probably got 6 sewing machines.
So now you met someone
Uh-huh.
who's actually having classes
Yeah, I know, Tina.
with her knitting machine. Hint,
I
hint.
know, Tina.
I've been on her to have sewing party. I've been on her. And
that
we
would
are
be
going to get her
fun.
out. We're going to get her and those sewing machines at Johnson Park, and we're going to do a flyer. And you're going to make some money. We're going to have some sewing parties.
Because people got these sewing machines under their bed, on the top
Mm-hmm.
shelf of the closet, and they've only used it one time.
Mm-hmm. If that.
But fabric if you can find fabric, it's going to be so expensive
Mm-hmm.
just to get something to quilt with.
I've kind of lucked up a little bit. There is a fabric place here. The original store was called Fine Fabrics.
Are you familiar with that, Sherelle? It was off of Jimmy Carter.
Mm-mm.
Okay, listen to the story, Sherelle, because this will help you. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Yeah, they were off Jimmy Carter, big warehouse. I'm not going to say the top quality fabrics, but they carried everything from upholstery fabrics to laces to um, all different kinds of satin, silks. They carried everything.
Mhm.
Recently, they moved from Dawson Boulevard down to Jonesboro Road, which for me is an hour easy. And so I haven't been shopping there. Recently, I found out there was a fight within the family, and one of the brothers took off with one of the women that worked in the place, and they've opened a place right here on Memorial Drive called Alpha Plus Fabrics. Has all the same kind of fabric. They're much nicer to deal with. They're really excited to see you come through that door, and their prices are competitive. They really are. So you're not going to go there for your top-notch prom fabrics, but for cottons, poly, jersey, that kind of stuff, they got a pretty good selection, and the prices are reasonable.
Did you see Sherelle's face when you told the story?
Uh-huh. Memorial Drive, huh?
Go ahead, Sherelle, because we can see it. Go ahead and unmute. Look.
I'm going there tomorrow.
Come on, girl.
So it's still called Fine Fabric in Jonesboro, correct?
Fine Fabrics is still in Jonesboro, yes.
What is the name of the one off Memorial Drive?
Alpha Plus.
Okay. You already done looked it up, Sherelle?
No, I wrote it down.
Oh,
And you know, Gail K is still out there. If you got millions of dollars and hit the lottery, you can still go shopping there. But I can't handle it. The place is too cluttered for me.
and look, all three of you have surgeries. So I guess I need to get on the surgery
Yes, you
bandwagon, but all of you all have surgery. So I was watching the facial expression when people say certain words, Valoria, we get excited because now we're starting to bond. Okay, well, I guess it's my turn. So Valoria, let me get you up to speed. So the last time we met, which was 2 weeks ago, we had the kickoff meeting. And I had an oops jersey, and they challenged me. It was a jersey that I made as a gift. I was on my last one, and I was supposed to put the lady's name on the sleeve, on the front part of the sleeve. And I was rushing, and I put it on the back part of the sleeve. So we talked about resourcefulness last session and how to be repurposeful. And so they challenged me to repurpose this sweatshirt. And I did my homework. I'm so excited. Okay, let me see if I can take my background off. So it was a sweatshirt, Valoria, and the picture is on my Facebook and my Instagram page of True Blue Design. But it is not perfect, but I did my homework. I did my homework, so proud of myself. So here's my thank you, Valoria.
That is very
way to go.
resourceful.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. So I sold it, I closed it up, and you see it's I closed it up with a stitch because I know this was a test. And thank you.
That's gorgeous.
So what I did was I was telling Rebecca that I had this bright idea that I would make the cover for the filling, the little stuff. I would make that out of Dollar Tree shower curtains. Right. So, but the key is because I was thinking about if a person puts their head on it, they wouldn't stain the cover of the filling on the inside. But what I did was I got the cheapest shower curtain that was at Dollar Tree, the thinnest, and I should have doubled it, right? Because as soon as I tried to fill it, because it was so thin, I burst the
It
seam.
went straight through.
Yeah, I burst the seam. I sold it. So I said I should have just doubled it. It was only $1.25. So I was that was my whole mindset, was to make the cover of the filling, have it to where you could take this off and make it washable. So Sherelle has snaps. She has a snap machine. So she encouraged me to get one, and I still have not opened up the snap machine because she makes pillows and she puts the snap at the bottom so that you can actually wash the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm gonna have to go over there and get a tutorial how to do the bottom part. But
and don't be afraid of the word zipper.
Yeah, zipper will work perfectly.
Yes, I forgot. Yes, a zipper. I mean, I don't pay for this snap machine. I need to figure out how to use this snap machine. It's a handheld one, and it comes with
it's
the
a
different
handheld one.
snaps.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to come over there and get a tutorial. But I made my pillow. This is my first pillow I ever made.
All right now.
So we do a lot of left chest embroidery, like polos and stuff like that for companies, things of that nature. And this is also funny. So this past weekend, I was going through my garage to collect some stuff to take to Sherelle. And this is so funny. I to take to Sherelle. So I was pulling stuff out and I came across this box. And I kept, what this is? It didn't look familiar. So I kept taking the stuff out the box. And Valoria, I have a brand new cut press. I mean, brand spanking new cut press. And I got to doing the jig. And I was like, okay, now I got something else I got to play with. So, yeah, so when you all started, she was talking about sublimation and cups and stuff like that. And I was just thinking the other day, I said, you know, it would be nice to have a cup press. And then a couple of days later, I go in the garage and I just bust out laughing. I'm like, I already had a cut press. So now I got to learn something else. But you all, I did my homework and I'm so excited. So Sherelle, I'm going to have to come over and we're going to play and figure out how to make it better. But I'm gonna keep that. That's my pride and joy. That's my
You're gonna
pride
have
and
to
joy.
get some pot holders just for the press. Because
Oh,
when you
okay.
take it out of there, it's hot, hot, hot.
Oh, okay.
And you'll be going,
What you
yeah.
got, Rebecca?
You were talking about the snap thing. I just bought one too, with a full set of snaps. And we're making little purses and things. I'm going to have the little wristlet that you can hang off of it.
Oh,
The pattern I
wow.
used didn't have this little piece in it, but I figured out how to add it. So, and put the snaps in. And
Now she into snaps.
I'm into snaps. Some
So,
of
yeah.
mine still have zippers, but I like the snaps.
Yeah, we show and tell every time we get together.
Okay. I've
And
got
it
some things I can show you with snaps.
Uh-oh. So we're currently on the Knowledge Corner. And tonight we're going to talk about turning OOPS into opportunity. And OOPS stands for Outstanding Opportunities Presenting Suddenly. So that's what an OOPS is. Tonight's Knowledge Corner is all about turning OOPS into opportunity. As creatives, not every project goes perfectly. Sometimes we print in the wrong spot, cut on the wrong material, choose the wrong color, or create something that didn't turn out the way we imagined. But every mistake carries the potential for innovation. Repurposing teaches us a form of resourcefulness. Last week's topic was resourcefulness, but in a different form. Resourcefulness, it challenges us to see the possibilities instead of problems. What may look like wasted material could become a new design, a teachable moment, a social media story, or even your next best-selling idea. In business and in life, growth often happens when we stop asking, why did this happen? Sometimes the setback becomes the setup for something even better. Question. Has anyone ever had an oops moment that turned into something unexpectedly great? And in one word, what does repurposing represent to you? And you can feel free to unmute and share or comment in the chat. I just showed you that I think it's unexpectedly great that I made my pillow. So that teaches me that, hey, I have like tubs of oops stuff because I've been in business so long. So now you all have given me a lot of creative ideas of different things that I could do with those oops. And never know, my next selling item may be in the oops container. So you just never know. So how about anybody else? Has anybody else want to talk about an oops moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was making t-shirts, using my silhouette to cut out different letters and stuff to put on them. And at some point, somehow, I got a Clorox stick too close to the fabric and ended up with this big white dot
Oh, no.
on the t-shirt. And I showed it to my daughter and she goes, oh no, mommy, you can still work with that. I'm like, what am I supposed to do this? It's a black shirt. Now it's got this big white looking Clorox stain on it. She took it outside with a bottle of Clorox. We hung it up and sprayed it so that it had all kinds of Clorox stains on it. Now it looks, I don't think the word is vintage. I don't know
Graffiti?
what the word was. Huh? Almost
Graffiti?
graffiti, yeah.
Okay.
And she fell in love with it. She added a little bit to the, yep. She cut the collar and put a little bitty zipper in there and turned it into a t-shirt that she wore almost every day. We
Oh,
did get a few
wow.
orders from that too. We did get orders from it.
Wow. That is great. Anybody else?
That's pretty good.
Valoria said that was pretty good, Rebecca. So how about this? In one word, what does repurposing represent to you? I would say innovation.
Mm-hmm.
What's another word? Opportunity. Very good. Rebecca, Valoria, you want to chime in? What is one word that when you hear the word repurposing, what does it mean to you?
Well, with fabric during COVID, I took every scrap that I had and made masks out of it.
Mm-hmm. I think we were all making masks during COVID.
I was making them. I had one of the judges ordered masks 3 times from me, and each time he ordered a dozen. I
Oh,
was
wow.
like, well, how soon would you like those? And he just, all he
Absolutely.
wanted was African print. So a lot of things got labeled African print.
Yep, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so innovation, innovative opportunity, experience. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good one. That's a good one. So, you know, we all have fabric, knitting, we have something at our homes that we have somewhere in a corner, right? And when we're looking for the next thing to do or the next thing to bring to show and tell, we all have the oops corner, and we can turn that into something beautiful. We can turn to something beautiful. Cause I was telling them the last session, I'm like, I got 2 big containers of stuff. And then when I went and saw Sherelle when she did the fruit of the spirit, I was like, and she's real good with applique. And I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I have all these designs, you know, I can do some different things, you know, and just try it. I mean, they're already oops. So cut them up and try it. And the next best thing may be in the oops container. You never know.
A lot of those oops turned into pillows.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I just got to get it down pat. Cause I'm telling you, once I get it down pat, I'm going to be the pillow queen. I'm going to be the pillow queen. Cause I think those are just such nice gifts. Such nice gifts. So.
And they are. And you could also make, because we Zetas, we do a lot of traveling.
Mm-hmm.
That
neck pillow.
That neck pillow. You could do that.
We're going to try that, Sherelle.
You got it. You know, just draw yourself a pattern.
Uh-huh.
Give yourself a seam allowance, though.
Okay. Okay.
You can make that pillow. You got all kinds of stuff you can stuff it with. All those little bitty scraps that you have from when you cut out stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I use it to stuff pillows with.
And I have a bag also of backing. Like if I'm doing a right chest name, you know, you may have a 7x7 square and you're only using maybe that much of it. So I keep the rest of the backing to do other stuff with. And I have a bag of it. So I don't throw my backing away. I keep that. But I had to restrict myself to only one bag. I said, Tina, you can only have one bag of backing. That's it. So I have a tall kitchen garbage can bag. Well, I don't know what it's called, 13 ounce or whatever it is, but I have one bag, and I told myself you can only have one bag of backing. So I keep that, and it has really saved me. So if I needed to do something like right here on the sleeve, and
Mhm.
you're using the A hoop, you don't need that much backing. Well, I may have had just enough in the bag, and I can cut it, hoop it, and I don't have to waste a big sheet, waste a 7x7. So I keep all of it.
Yep. I
Yeah.
got bags of that stuff.
See, yeah,
It
and that's
comes
and
it
that's
comes in handy. Comes
yeah,
in handy.
yeah, and that's a form of being resourceful and
Mhm.
repurposing. So we're all on the
We
right
on we on the right road.
But
we're on the
Tina,
right road.
Tina, one of my goal is to start doing upcycling, right?
Yes,
Which
that's
is
right.
so I will take a denim jacket is what I really want to focus on, a older denim jacket and just repurpose it to what we want, maybe put in a design or a name or something on the back of it. And I do like the oops fabric or the extra fabric that's left over. That's what I use for my applique. I try not to cut a really good, bigger piece of fabric. Or as I think Valoria mentioned, to stuff some of those pillows. That's what
Mm.
I use as well.
Oh,
Hmm.
really? Well, I have this
Yeah.
brand new box of pillow field that I've had for probably what is it, 4 years, Rebecca?
At least.
Four, I just opened it the other day to stuff this, and I was like, yeah, she gonna be happy about that too, because yeah, I got so much stuff in this house, it's ridiculous. And the other thing about crafters is we're collectors. Crafters are collectors, so I
We
have
don't
some of
throw
everything.
anything away.
Yeah, so let me share this with you too. So one of the things that I showed Sherelle was when you go into Lowe's and Home Depot, when you go into the tile area, they'll have discount tile. So I had some subway tile, I had some glass tile. Now this is tile that they use for backsplash, like in the kitchen or the
Hmm.
bathroom. But they had a discount section in Lowe's, and again, I've had this for a while. But it was the white subway tile. And what I did was I took the subway tile and I have a silhouette. So I cut out with 651 permanent vinyl. I cut out a name. She get ready to go get it because I did her one as a sample because I was playing around with it. And this is what I made. So now you can see it, Sherelle.
It's gonna be backwards, unfortunately, but yeah.
No, it's not. It's
That's
right.
fine. Okay.
Uh-huh. So
Nice.
yeah. And the easel or the little brace thing came from Dollar Tree. They were $1.25, and I used 651 vinyl on that. And I was playing around with it, and I told her, I said, I just used your company name. She left with it. I said, I used your company name as a sample. She left with that, the easel, and she puts it up in her office.
And I keep it in the room as inspiration.
Yeah. So that's something that you can do and use, and you get a lot of them in a box. And then they
Yeah.
also have the glass tile. They have a lot of different tiles, but they have it blowed out because they're trying to get rid of it. Subway
Hmm.
tile is not going to go anywhere. But that's another idea I wanted to give you all. But now that Sherelle, you got to see what I actually did with it. And it's 651 permanent vinyl. And there's a certain way that you put permanent vinyl on. So Sherelle, I have to teach you that. I had to learn that. You just can't peel it off and put it on. There's a certain way that you put it on with the back still on, and you fold it in half. You fold it in half. You get it right where you want it, where you want to center it, and then you fold it in half. You put like some painter's tape across it, and you unpeel the one side, smooth it, and then you take off the second side and it's straight. and I had to watch a video on that. Yeah, that's how you
Oh,
do the 651 permanent. Yeah, so
650.
I have some blue painter's tape in the house because you just use
Everybody
that
got
to
that.
hold it. Huh?
Everybody got that blue.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, and you
Now they
use that
got
to
it in
hold it.
green. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just do one side and then you do the other, and then your lettering, because once it's on there, it's on. It's not removable. So you want to make sure it's on and it's straight.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So what is the name of that vinyl again?
651.
651.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you got heat press. 631 is removable. So like when
Mm-hmm.
you see like in Amazon and people have these words on the wall
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, you may see it in a gym, you know, stuff like that. That's 631. It's removable. But
Okay.
651
Is
is
not
is
removable.
permanent sign vinyl. It'll withstand weather. It'll withstand the test of time, and
Because
it's
I have
permanent.
some of that tile from when my bathroom was
See,
remodeled.
there you go. Exactly.
So I'm gonna repurpose.
See,
That's gonna be
you have to bring it the next session so you can let us see it.
I'm gonna have to find that vinyl though, that 651.
Yeah, yeah.
So
The
did you
heat
get
press
that
vinyl.
did you get that at Michael's or where did you get it?
Well, I like scissor vinyl, and so there's a wholesaler out here. But believe it or not, and they might sell it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but you're going to pay retail pricing. You might want to look around to see if there's a wholesale or a distributor in your area.
Mhm.
You would get it a lot cheaper than if you go to a retail store. But the other thing I was going to tell you is at the beginning of this month, Scissor just did a huge announcement that you can actually buy Scissor vinyl from Scissor. You don't have to go through a distributor. Now they're competing with distributors now, but you can buy directly from the company, so you don't have to go to
Oh,
distributor.
okay.
And this is
Okay.
the first ever in the history of the company. You could only get their stuff through distributors. So whether it was a retailer, whether it was the wholesaler distribution for crafters, but this month they just announced a huge announcement that you can actually set you an account up online and you can buy directly from the company.
Okay. Because I would repurpose every bit of that.
Yes, I'm telling you, and if you go to Dollar Tree and get those easels, you can easily, I mean, easily sell that the small subway tile. I probably sell those for $10 a piece to include the easel.
Hmm.
And you can have it where they can pick their word, you know, it's not that big. So it's like a nameplate, right? And the longer
Right.
the name, the smaller it's going to be. So, but yeah, those are money makers.
Because
Those are money makers.
I have that silhouette. I have the silhouette.
Okay. And I know Sherelle and I think Sherry said she had a cricket, didn't she?
Yeah.
I think she said she had a cricket. Yeah, yeah. And there's another lady, Renee. She was on last session. She's currently out of town. She has a cricket. Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
there's that scan and cut.
Yes, yes, I love that. One key takeaway. What is one resource, tool, tip that you've discovered today? And what is one thing you want to try before our next exchange? Anybody? I'll go first. I'm going to learn how to use that snap machine. I'm going to learn how to use that. That's my, and it's recorded. So y'all got me on record. I'm going to learn how, I'm going to make another pillow and I'm going to see how that we can snap it at the bottom. So Sherelle, I'm coming back over to your house. I'll have the design already done and have the feel. Now, Sherelle, when you did pillows, you did the cover. You had found a pillow and then you did the cover for the pillow face, right? Or did you stuff it? Did you do the
I did
filling
both.
too?
I did both.
Oh,
I
okay.
made pillow covers for
Mhm.
pillows that we already have with the
Okay.
snaps. And then I did read-in pillows in which some of them I sewed together the square shape that I wanted,
Okay.
stuffed those with some miscellaneous things, and then turned them into read-in pillows.
Okay. You all have to see these pillows. She puts a book in it for children, and it has a handle where they can. You don't have a sample.
I don't.
Ah, okay. So I'm not on my phone. I have to send it to you. Do you mind if I send them the picture?
You can.
Okay. All right. So I have to send you the picture. This is a bright idea. Sherelle, if you do not market that, that is it's a huge market for that because people are trying to get kids to get more into reading. So there's a whole avenue for that. And these are nice. When I send you all the pictures, these are really nice and they're very creative. And she has a pocket up front where the child can put the book
That's
so
a
that she
good
can.
idea.
Mm-hmm. They're really nice. But my thing is, I'm going to learn how to use that snap sheet. So when I come back in 2 weeks, I will have something with the snaps. So who wants to go next?
One, I'm going to stop throwing away my stuffing because I've been trimming off that backing and getting it out of here.
Put it in the bag.
So I'm going to put it in a bag. And then when I have to move out of my house because I got one more thing in this room that wasn't in there the last time he peeked in, I'm coming to live with you.
You got to limit it to one bag,
I
though.
got to limit it to one bag. Okay.
One bag.
And the thing that I'm going to try, you know, I love rhinestones.
Okay.
So the Gma shirt that I made for myself with the applique, I'm going to remake that, but I'm going to bling it out with rhinestones all around it. So I already found the rhinestones. I found the fabric I'm going to use. So it's going to be ready by next week, by the next time we meet.
Okay. All right. And Valoria, Rebecca knows how to make the carrier. I call it a carrier. But the carrier that you put the rhinestones on, and then you put, I guess you put the sticky stuff, the sticky transfer on it, and then you press it.
Transfer tape.
Rebecca, okay, yeah. Rebecca has learned how to make the actual design. What do you call it, Rebecca?
Rhinestone transfer.
Yeah, but what is the thing that you make that you put the rhinestones in?
I don't know what you call it, really.
I call it the carrier, but I don't know if that's the correct term.
It's the fabric that I use is called sticky flock. It's called flock fabric. So that's what I cut the circles out in.
Okay.
And use transfer tape. Once I have the rhinestones worked into all those little holes, transfer tape picks it up and you put it on the shirt, press it, and you're done.
Okay. And how do you cut the holes out? Did you use your silhouette?
My silhouette, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Design in my silhouette software. You know, use the software to actually figure out where the holes go and what size they're supposed to be for. Because I usually use the 10mm stones, and once you get it all cut out, you can reuse it over and over again. That's the cool part. So you don't have to make it once and use it multiple times.
You see Sherelle's face.
That's actually something I also want to learn.
Right. I know you mentioned that to me.
I don't know about Cricut. I know how to do it in silhouette, but I figure it can't be that much different.
No, they're cousins. The silhouette and the Cricut are cousins.
Right.
All right. Anybody, Valoria? What are you going to try before the next? You're going to do the tile?
I'm gonna try and do that tile. I've just got to find the 651.
651. Permanent. You want permanent vinyl.
Permanent vinyl.
What color you want?
Okay. Blue, of course.
Send Tina your address. Because I got some I'm looking at right now that I can send you for playing with, and that way you don't have to spend any money till you're sure.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Put your address in the chat.
I'm gonna put my address in the chat.
Okay.
Can you all see the chat? I think you can. Okay. Put your address in the chat. Sherelle, did you say what you're going to try?
I'm going to try both. I'm going to try something on the 15 needle, something
Okay.
serious as opposed to the test. And I want
Okay.
to try something on the Cricut as well.
Okay. Well, we can trade off. So you help me with these pillows, and I'm gonna help you with that cricket.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. But this is great. Okay, I think she's
Gloria,
putting her
where in Illinois
information
are
in
you?
there.
Where is she in Illinois again?
Hillside. I, I'm gonna just put my street address in there. I was trying to get another line and it just took my name.
This doesn't end here. Growth happens between the sessions. So stay connected, stay consistent, and keep creating. For those new to our session, Valoria, would you like to be added to our contact list, Valoria, so you can be informed of the next meeting? And
Please,
all right,
please.
all right. So yeah, we'll make sure that we add you to. We're going to make sure that we add you to the contact list. And I'm going to ask that you follow us on True Blue Designs and Craft Connect on IG and Instagram and on Facebook. But we want you to stay connected between sessions. I will make sure that everyone on the call will get each other's information. Apply what you've learned. We've all learned something. So, take the time to apply something that you've learned. Show up consistently. We meet bi-weekly. So carve out these times for yourself and come on and meet other crafters. Register for the next session and invite another creative. We're challenging everyone to just invite one person new. And if we do that, then we will actually organically grow our community. Here is the QR code. I've already set up the registration for the next session. That would be on, I think it's June the 4th, is 2 Thursdays from now. But here is the QR code. So you can scan the QR code and go straight to the registration. And you go ahead and register. And then if you want to take a screenshot of this, Valoria, this is my contact information, my email, mobile, and my office number. But make sure that you register. Before we close out tonight, I just want to say thank you for showing up, sharing your gifts, and pouring into this space. Every conversation, every idea, and every connection helps make the Creative Exchange what it is becoming. A community where creatives don't have to grow alone. We hope tonight inspired you, stretched you, and reminded you that your creativity has value and purpose. And this is only the beginning. We invite you to come back, bring another creative with you, and continue growing alongside us at the next Creative Exchange. Until next time, keep creating, keep connecting, and keep growing. And we will see you at the next session. Good night.
Bye.